Good evening, everyone. You are very welcome to the 2021 Business to Arts Awards. My name is Dearbhail McDonald and I am delighted to be your host once again for this year's award ceremony. If this is your first time watching these awards, they are a showcase of the achievements of a wide range of artists, arts organisations, businesses, philanthropists and community groups who have worked together in outstanding partnerships in the last 18 months. Now, normally, Business to Arts would bring us together in one of Dublin's cultural venues to celebrate the incredible arts partnerships of the previous year. And while we don't have a live audience this year, we are broadcasting to you from the historic and beautiful GPO building here on O'Connell Street in the heart of Dublin. The GPO is home to the GPO Witness History Museum, which we'll get a chance to see throughout the course of the evening. And our deepest thanks to An Post, who are hosting us tonight. We kicked off the programme with a performance from the Irish Defence Forces Army No. 1 Band of the Olympic Fanfare by John Williams, and we'll have a little bit more from the band later on in the programme. On behalf of Business to Arts, we salute everyone that features in this ceremony. You and your peers have proven your resilience and determination to make great art happen during some of the most challenging times we have faced. If you're watching at home and you'd like to add your congratulations to the nominees and winners, our hashtags for the award ceremony are B2A Awards and Support the Arts. That's hashtag B2A Awards and Support the Arts. To create a long list of entries for the Business to Arts Awards, there is an annual public call for nominations. This year, we received 114 nominations from across Ireland. Our judging panel had the hard work then of selecting the very best of those entries. This year's judging panel were Olga Barry, Director of Kilkenny Arts Festival, Tony Lawless, Head of Strategy Europe at Canada Life, Hugh Linehan, Arts and Culture Editor with the Irish Times, Ger McNaughton, Creative Director at Tile Style, David Malloy, Partner and Head of Finance at Arthur Cox in London, Claude Dwan O'Reilly, Internal Communications Lead at ESB Networks, Martin O'Sullivan, Deputy Director of the Arts Council of Ireland, and Etienne Seymour, Director of Marketing and Communications at Accenture in Ireland, who also chaired the judging panel. Now, before we get to announce the winners, we are very grateful for the support of Catherine Martin TD, Minister for Tourism, Culture, Arts, Gaeltacht, Sport and Media. And before we begin, here are a few words from the Minister.
Dear Yves, it gives me great pleasure to speak to you on the occasion of the Business to Arts Awards 2021, at a time when the fusion of private enterprise and cultural creativity is increasingly vital to complement government support in this challenging time for the entire cultural sector. I think the COVID-19 pandemic has thrown what we value most into sharp relief. It is both poignant and powerful to see the eagerness with which cultural content is being consumed and craved, particularly in times of required restricted movement. Culture is what drives us in all aspects of our lives, and our work environment should recognise that motivation. Business to Arts provides a fulcrum on which that balance may rest, both to encourage business and corporate bodies to increase the cultural element within their arenas, and also to stimulate fundraising across the board for cultural entities. It is encouraging to see these awards supported by such industry presences as Accenture, Arthur Cox, the DAA, ESB Group, Irish Life, the Irish Times and Tile Style, in addition to funding provided by my department through the Arts Council. My department has also recently agreed to support the renewal of the Business to Arts Fundraising Fellowship Programme, which will be launched this summer and which will add to the existing expertise within cultural bodies to fundraise and support their vital activities. Culture has never been more important than now. It animates our spaces and animates our souls, providing emotive, intellectual and even spiritual content at a time when our worlds are perhaps much smaller than usual in these challenging times. As we emerge from this pandemic, let us not forget how heavily we have leaned on culture to help us through. It is my hope that this is remembered by government, citizens, visitors and the private sector, and that support across the board remains strong and solid. Ní neart go cur le céile. Gurb Mágav.
Thank you, Minister Martin. Tonight we will present awards in categories that include sponsorship, commissioning, creativity in the community and in the workplace, and philanthropic support to the arts. There are 9 awards in total. For 7 of the winning partnerships, DAA have commissioned a limited edition sculpture. This commission is in its 29th year. It's one of the longest ongoing commissions of Irish artists by an Irish company. This year's sculptor is Dublin-based artist and woodturner Kathleen Walsh, and here's a short video about her work.
My name is Kathleen Walsh, and I've been commissioned by DAA to create this year's Business to Arts Award sculpture. I studied sculpture at Waterford Institute of Technology, then trained to teach art and design in Limerick School of Art. I now work at Dunleary Institute of Art Design and Technology. My work is an ongoing exploration of materials and processes, and an attempt to find a balance between the traditional and the modern. Using the natural and the manufactured, I like to challenge the perceptions of the traditional skill of wood turning. I've always loved wood. It gives so much when the grain folds and textures are revealed as it's pared away. In the piece I've created for DAA and Business to Arts, I build on this concept. It represents equilibrium between the many elements needed for a successful partnership. I have named the piece Balance, and the materials used are wood, resin and acrylic composite. The industrial feel of the solid base evokes feelings of formality and permanence. The wood growing in nature from seed, and the modern synthetic resin bringing an interplay of translucency, light and energy.
Tonight, there are 4 arts organisations shortlisted for the Judges' Special Recognition Award, supported by Accenture. Each will receive €1,000 in recognition of their work and to progress their development objectives. We'll also present the Jim McNaughton Tile Style Perpetual Award for Best Commissioning Practice, with an award created by the well-known Irish sculptor Jason Ellis called Counterpoint. Finally, Tile Style will also present the €10,000 Jim McNaughton Tile Style Bursary. And so, to the part you are all waiting for. Our first award is for Best Small Sponsorship. This award is presented to a business and an arts organisation that have worked on an innovative sponsorship relationship valued at €25,000 or under. To present this award is Davina Saint, Chair of Business to Arts.
As Chair of Business to Arts, I'm delighted to present this year's Best Small Sponsorship Award. It is presented to a business or organisation that has worked with an arts organisation, venue or artists in a sponsorship relationship with a value under €25,000. In my opinion, the nominees in this category include strong examples of how arts organisations have delivered their programmes to audiences and overcome some of the challenges presented by COVID-19. I'm particularly proud that the shortlist for this category features a range of partnerships that are based in Cork and Galway. Enhancing the level of arts sponsorship beyond Dublin is one of the strategic objectives of Business to Arts.
The nominees for the Best Small Sponsorship Award are Erigin and Druid, ESB Energy for Generations Fund and Cork International Film Festival for Illuminate and Inchin, Granabahar Credit Union and Sample Studios for Photo Go, Medtronic and Barbaro International Arts Festival for Children. And the winner is Erigin and Druid. Can you tell us about why this partnership was so important to you?
This partnership was incredibly important to us in Druid because we believe that people have the right to first-class theatre in their own community. And this partnership enabled us to be able to do that, not only touring our own theatre shows, but building an educational and community programme around those. And thanks to Erigin, we were able to do that through their investment in the local community.
And what was the impact of the work?
The impact of the work was that we were able to make theatre accessible in the middle of a pandemic. I mean, I want to pay tribute especially to Erigen, who not only invested in and have invested in the arts in Galway for many years, but at the same time were delivering drug aerosol delivery in the fight against COVID-19. So their commitment to local and global was inspirational at this time. And I think the impact going forward is going to be that we're hopefully going to work together, and we're certainly determined to build education and community programs alongside our own touring, and to be able to make the theatre and the arts more accessible in our communities. And thank you so much to Business to Arts and to DAA for sponsoring it, and to everybody involved. We're absolutely chuffed and delighted to be doing this. And thank you on my own behalf to my team, John McAvoy, and the rest of the team in Druid. We're hugely delighted, so thank you very much.
And congratulations to Erigen and Druid. The judges noted that this was a strong alignment of two local partners that adapted to COVID-19 and delivered the Druid Gregory Education Programme to schools throughout County Galway. Now the award for Best Use of Creativity in the Workplace, supported by ESB. This award celebrates an arts partnership that brings creativity into the workplace or engages staff in the arts or a creative process. To present this award, here's Pat O'Doherty, Chief Executive of ESB.
As a long-term patron of the arts in Ireland, ESB fully recognises the role that art plays in recording and interpreting social and economic developments, and also in stimulating innovation and creativity. We are proud to support the Best Use of Creativity in the Workplace Award and the ongoing work of Business to Arts. The award celebrates innovative arts partnerships in the workplace that engages employees and other audiences in a meaningful and impactful way.
The nominees for the Best Use of Creativity in the Workplace Award, supported by ESB, are Iarnród Éireann, Irish Rail, and Christopher Steenson for On Chorus, KPMG and Children's Books Ireland for KPMG Bold Girls Meets 20 by 20, Publicis Dublin and Fishamble, Walkers Ireland and Kit Nolan for the Walkers Photographer in Residence. And the winner is Iarnród Éireann, Irish Rail, and Christopher Steenson for On Chorus. Can you tell us about why this partnership was so important to you?
I think this partnership was really important because it allowed me to realize a project that I wouldn't have been able to realize otherwise. It allowed me to show my art on a much larger scale than I would have been able to in, say, for example, a gallery or something like that. You know, I was able to utilize Irish Rail's existing infrastructure to show art on a vast scale that resulted in this birdsong being broadcast essentially across the country. So I think that that's a hugely important aspect of the project. And I also think that the partnership was really important because it allowed me to collaborate not just with Irish Rail, but also with a number of other key collaborators, such as Birdwatch Ireland and Fallow Media. And I found those partnerships extremely valuable to the project at large, and it really strengthened the project in a way that I don't think it would have happened otherwise.
And what was the impact of the work?
I think the main impacts of the work on a personal level is that it's really enhanced my practice and artistic career. I feel like I'm going to reap the benefits of this project for a long, long time to come in terms of being able to realize new and exciting projects of a similar scale and in different kinds of ways as well, whether that be in the gallery or in public space. And at this point, I'd just like to thank Irish Rail and Birdwatch Ireland for their help with the project, as well as also Fallow Media, who helped design the website for the project. And I'd also, of course, like to thank my partner, Laura Fitzgerald, who supported me throughout this project, and was a constant source of inspiration and support. So thanks very much. And of course, also thank you to Business to Arts and the judges for selecting this project as the winner of this award. And also thank you to Kathleen Walsh, who made this beautiful award as well. And I'm really happy to be able to have this sitting on my bookcase.
Congratulations to Iarnród Éireann, Irish Rail and Christopher Steenson, whose signed art project featuring birdsong could be heard on PA systems in 65 train stations across Ireland, and it sounds fantastic. Our next award tonight is the Jim McNaughton Perpetual Award for Best Commissioning Practice. This award recognises excellence in the process of commissioning artists by companies. Here's Jerry Butler, Managing Director at Tilestyle, to present the award.
This award is in honour of Jim McNaughton, the founder of Tilestyle and a previous chairman of Business to Arts. Jim always believed in a strong synergy between Business to Arts and Tilestyle, as the common denominator between both organisations was raw talent. Over many years, Jim presided over raw talent, as he believed that gave people a great opportunity to fulfil their potential, as that is something that Business to Arts excel at.
The nominees for the Jim McNaughton Perpetual Award for Best Commissioning Practice are Accenture and Paul Harrison for Cuinca Ginta and Fuchsia Macquarie for Fierce Determination. Chartered Land and Rachel Joint for Keepsake. Dublin Port Company and Iarnród Éireann, Irish Rail and Fishamble for Embargo. iPut and Leah Hewson for Abiding Traces. And the winner is Accenture and Paul Harrison for Cuinca Ginta and Fuchsia Macquarie for Fierce Determination. Can you tell us about why this partnership was so important to you?
This was a very important partnership because it captured Accenture's journey through the past 50 years in Ireland as part of our 50th celebration. I hasten to add that although I've been with Accenture all my career, I didn't see all of those 50 years, but I joined an organisation which had less than 70 people, and we've seen it grow to more than 5,000. So it was really great to be able to recognise that.
And what was the impact of the work?
So the impact was significant because we were able to use actually the input from a lot of our people, working with our two artists, sculptor Paul Harrison and illustrator Fuchsia Macquarie, and to get their ideas and thoughts of what Accenture means to our employees. And Paul and Fuchsia then really captured and represented that input, and it's great to be able to recognise that in a year which has been hard for many, and when many of us realised how important the arts are to our lives. So I would really like to thank everybody for this fabulous award. Thanks to Business to Arts for the judging, thanks to Paul and Fuchsia for the fabulous artwork, and thanks to the extensive Accenture team who worked with them, too many to name. Thank you very much.
And congratulations Accenture, Fuchsia Macquarie and Paul Harrison. These commissions stood out for the judges for the process involved in their creation and in the final artworks. The process involved several workshops with Accenture staff who helped to provide the inspiration for Fuchsia and Paul's work. The second award presented in Jim's name is the Jim McNaughton Tilestyle €10,000 bursary. The bursary is presented to an artist to help develop their creative practice. Here to introduce the bursary is Jerry McNaughton, Creative Director at Tilestyle.
Thank you, Dearbhail, and a big thank you to Andrew, Rachel and all the team at Business to Arts for putting together this evening's virtual ceremony. No mean task. So we are in the 13th year of the Jim McNaughton, that's Jim, Tilestyle, hold it up there son, good man yourself, €10,000 artist bursary. We have a wonderful recipient this year, an emerging artist, an emerging musician who we really think is a world-class talent, and we're so delighted that we can help her on her journey. And this year's recipient is...
Miriam Catcher. Miriam Catcher. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Miriam, from myself, Robin, Michelle, all the McNaughton family, and everyone at Tilestyle.
And the winner is the flautist Miriam Catcher. What will this bursary mean for you and your work?
The bursary means the world to me as an artist at this point in my career. It will not only enable me to finish my master's studies here in Kunstuniversität Graz, Institute Oberschützen, and be based in Vienna for another 2 semesters, which will keep me in form for all my upcoming projects and give me a lifetime of an education. But also it will allow me to pursue 2 independent projects simultaneously with my studies, and that is a collaboration with an emerging Irish composer, as well as the production of 2 videos in partnership with other musicians and a filmmaker, which will showcase the work of an 18th century Irish composer, Thomas Rosengrave. And I am really delighted and very, very honoured to be a recipient of this year's Telstar bursary, and especially to be supported by such an exciting company as Telstar. So thank you very much.
Congratulations, Miriam. We wish you the very best as you commence your master's degree at the University for Music and Performing Arts at Graz in Austria. Now we come to the award for Best Use of Creativity in the Community, supported by Irish Life. This is presented to a socially and culturally responsible project that engages a community in creativity. To present this category, here is Oisín O'Shaughnessy, Managing Director of Irish Life Corporate Business.
Irish Life has been helping people build better financial futures for over 80 years, and we are long-term supporters of Irish arts, culture and society. We have deep roots in the community and are very proud to sponsor the category for Best Use of Creativity in the Community. This award celebrates socially and culturally responsible projects driven by creativity.
The nominees for the Best Use of Creativity in the Community Award, supported by Irish Life, are An Post and Children's Books Ireland for Imagination, ESB Energy for Generations Fund and Cork International Film Festival for Illuminate and Inchin, Flowgas and Galway International Arts Festival with John Gerard for Mirror Pavilion, the Digital Hub and Dublin Dance Festival with the Selena Thompson Company for the Missy Elliott Project. And the winner is Flowgas and Galway International Arts Festival with John Gerard for Mirror Pavilion. Can you tell us about why this partnership was so important to you?
Well, we had wanted to do a major project with the artist John Gerard for some time. The project was all about the impact of human activity on the environment, and so to have an energy company strongly focused on sustainability involved was hugely beneficial to us. They were hugely invested in the project, they were very supportive, and Flowgas taught us an awful lot about power in the last 3 years.
And what was the impact of the work?
Well, Mirror Pavilion is a major new work by a major Irish artist. It's the single biggest project ever undertaken by the festival, and it was our project for Galway's designation as the European Capital of Culture in 2020. Over the 3 weeks that it was in situ in the Clada, over 120,000 people viewed the installation, and it was a talking point for some time afterwards. So I'm delighted to accept this award on behalf of us all in Galway International Arts Festival. I'd like to thank Business to Arts for this lovely award. I'd like to thank Flowgas, our partner, Paul Fye, all our festival team, our technical team and our board. I'd like to thank Galway 2020, a great co-producing partner, Galway City Council and the Department of Tourism, Culture, Arts, Gaeltacht, Sports and Media. Most of all, I'd like to thank the artist whose imagination delivered this project on the banks of the Corrib so beautifully and so wonderfully. Thank you.
Congratulations to Flowgas, Galway International Arts Festival and John Gerard, a strong winner in this category, which stood out for its use of technology and its audience reach. Coming up next are the awards for Best Long-Term Partnership, Best Philanthropic Support to the Arts, Best Large Sponsorship, as well as the Judges' Special Recognition Award. But before that, our next performance is by the Irish soprano Ava Dodd, winner of the RDS Music Bursary in 2020. Ava joins us from the Royal College of Music in London and will sing Nella Fantasia in memory of all of those who have passed as a result of COVID-19 and as a tribute to our dear friend Keelan Shanley, who died last year and who presented these awards many times. What a beautiful performance from Ava Dodd of Nella Fantasia. And now we move on to our final set of awards. The Best Long-Term Partnership Award, supported by the Irish Times, recognises a relationship that has been in existence for 3 years or more, creating impact and enhancing its activation or engagement strategies. Here to present the award is Arts and Culture Editor of the Irish Times, Hugh Linehan.
Here at the Irish Times, we're committed to comprehensive coverage of the arts in all its forms. We provide a platform for consideration and debate about all forms of creative expression across the island of Ireland. And we're particularly interested in expanding audiences and deepening engagement with the arts. At this moment of crisis, we stand alongside the arts community as we make our way through this pandemic and into an uncertain future. The Irish Times is particularly proud to support the Business to Arts Award for Long-Term Partnership, which awards the best sponsorship of over 3 years' duration in Ireland. This support is particularly crucial for organisations which are seeking to deepen, to innovate and to continue their work.
The nominees for the Best Long-Term Partnership Award, supported by the Irish Times, are the An Post Irish Book Awards, Ecclesiastical and Wexford Festival Opera for the Ecclesiastical Volunteer of the Year Award, ESB and National Gallery of Ireland for the ESB Centre for the Study of Irish Art, Zurich and the National Gallery of Ireland with the Crawford Art Gallery for the Zurich Portrait Prize and Zurich Young Portrait Prize. And the winner is the An Post Irish Book Awards. Can you tell us about why this partnership was so important to you?
Sure, Dearbhail. It just plays to An Post's purpose, which is to act for the common good. And the connection in our industry between literacy and books and postal is fantastic. It's Amazon started off as a bookseller. Books have always been important to An Post. So that's how it started, was that very obvious connection of the printed word.
And what was the impact of the work?
Well, the impact has been incredible, particularly, I should say, in the past year during COVID, where we've supported booksellers and loved working with booksellers to make books available to people, to connect communities, to connect the passion that our staff in An Post have for books with the passion that our customers have for books. And that has been an amazing impact. It's brought books to life, it's democratized books. So we're really thrilled by the impact that it's had. And I'd like to thank Business to Arts in particular for this award. I'm delighted to accept it on behalf of An Post and Louise Cronje and the sponsorship team, the Irish Books Award Board, and Agile Media with Bert Wright and Alistair Giles. And I'd like to thank all the booksellers and everybody in the book industry for the amazing work they do. And for Business to Arts, your work is never more vital. We need to get back to a world, once we're all vaccinated, that's worth going back to. And the arts and culture are something which enliven and colour our lives, and we look forward to it. So on behalf of everybody in An Post, I'd just like to say thank you so much for this award. We're really honoured.
And congratulations to An Post and the Irish Book Awards. The An Post Irish Book Awards have become one of the most recognisable title sponsorships in Ireland and scored highly across multiple categories in this award ceremony. The Best Large Sponsorship Award is supported by Arthur Cox. This was one of the most hotly contested categories with a strong shortlist of partnerships. Here to present the award is Orla O'Connor, Chair of Arthur Cox.
Arthur Cox has a long tradition of supporting the arts. We achieve this in a variety of ways, by commissioning artists, by purchasing artworks for our collection, and by supporting the work of a variety of arts organisations, including Business to Arts. We are very proud to sponsor the Business to Arts Award for Best Large Sponsorship, which celebrates the achievements of some of the largest art sponsorships in the country over the last 18 months.
The nominees for the Best Large Sponsorship Award, supported by Arthur Cox, are the An Post Irish Book Awards, Davy and the National Concert Hall, Dublin Port Company and Access Ballymun for the Pump House Presents, Zurich and the National Gallery of Ireland with the Crawford Art Gallery for the Zurich Portrait Prize and Zurich Young Portrait Prize. And the winner is the National Concert Hall and Davy. Can you tell us about why this partnership was so important to you?
It was incredibly important to us during a period where we couldn't reach our audiences in person. It enabled us to develop a high quality live streaming service in which we could continue to deliver our concerts in an online environment to reach our audiences across Ireland.
And what was the impact of the work?
Well, the impact was that we were able to continue to support new and emerging artists and enable our rich pool of talent to retain an audience during a period where we couldn't present our work in person. But I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank Helen, Carol, and Emily Graham in our partnerships team, but also to thank Business to Arts for this wonderful recognition of our partnership with our innovation partner, Davy. We're delighted to accept this award for Best Large Sponsorship, supported by Arthur Cox. And on behalf of everyone at the NCH and our partner, Davy, thank you.
Congratulations to the National Concert Hall for their partnership with Davy, which focuses on a range of innovation-related initiatives in both organisations. The dynamic nature of this relationship struck a chord with this year's judges. Our next award is a new award, and it is the Best Philanthropic Support to the Arts Award, supported by the Arts Council. It recognises an individual, foundation, trust or other philanthropic organisation which has shown a strong commitment to supporting the arts. Here to present the award is Maureen Kennelly, Director of the Arts Council.
In partnership with Business to Arts, the Arts Council is working to encourage and embed a culture of sustainable arts philanthropy, while building capacity in the arts sector to increase private investment in the arts in Ireland. We are absolutely delighted to support the Best Philanthropic Support to the Arts Award. This award recognises an individual or philanthropic organisation that demonstrates an outstanding commitment to arts philanthropy through sustained and meaningful charitable giving to the arts.
The nominees for the Best Philanthropic Support to the Arts Award, supported by the Arts Council, are Lauridsen Foundation and Royal Irish Academy of Music, McNaughton Foundation and Museum of Literature Ireland, Science Foundation Ireland, the National Concert Hall, Taylor Art Trust and RDS. And the winner is the McNaughton Foundation and Museum of Literature Ireland. Tell us about why this philanthropic gift was so important to you.
Wow. In the drab world we all live in, what a surprise this award is. It really has lifted our spirits. The McNaughton Foundation was set up to support worthwhile causes in education and the arts. When we were approached to help fund the Museum of Literature, we were very enthusiastic, as Ireland is famous for its writers worldwide, and we believe this project will add to the cultural life of Dublin and to Ireland, and indeed be a major global attraction. So well done to everybody involved with the project, and I want to thank everybody on the McNaughton Foundation. Thank you all.
Congratulations to the Museum of Literature Ireland, which opened its doors in September 2019. Martin and Carmel McNaughton were instrumental in making the museum a reality with UCD and the National Library. Their substantial philanthropic commitment will have an impact for many years to come. Our last award of the evening is the Judges' Special Recognition Award, supported by Accenture. Here, the judges are asked to single out one organisation and acknowledge the breadth of their impact through their work on a variety of partnerships. This award can be presented to a business or to an arts organisation. But for the first time in our awards history, the shortlist is made up of 4 arts organisations whose work across a variety of programmes and partnerships stood out for our judges. Here to introduce the award is Alistair Blair, Country Managing Director of Accenture in Ireland.
So thank you, Dearbhail, and huge congratulations to the organisations, the nominated organisations who've shown extraordinary commitment to both the arts and the wider communities. And we at Accenture are very fond of supporting both arts and the communities, whether that's through the mediums of theatre, film, or more recently the visual arts with our Women on Walls programme, and most particularly recently with Women on Walls at DCU with the extraordinary support of Business to Arts. We're equally delighted to support the Judges' Special Recognition Award this year, which is for an organisation that has a diverse portfolio of investments or has shown remarkable commitment to arts and communities.
The nominees for the Judges' Special Recognition Award, supported by Accenture, are Children's Books Ireland for partnerships with An Post, Brian Bag Films, Community Foundation for Ireland, Ecclesiastical, KPMG, Rethink Ireland and William Fry. Cork International Film Festival for partnerships with the Gate Cinemas, ESB Energy for Generations Fund, Creative Ireland, Rethink Ireland and UCC School of Nursing and Midwifery. The National Concert Hall for partnerships with Davy, Grant Thornton and Science Foundation Ireland. The National Gallery of Ireland for partnerships with ESB and Zurich. And the winner is Children's Books Ireland for their partnerships with An Post, Brian Bag Films, Community Foundation for Ireland, Ecclesiastical, KPMG, Rethink Ireland and William Fry. Tell us about the impact of all of your partnerships.
Our partnerships have allowed us to do so much in what was a really challenging year. We have given away 18,000 books to children and young people in hospitals and homeless services and schools and in direct provision centres. We gave out 232,000 copies of our Imagination playbook with An Post and the Community Foundation, and we supported artists through probably the toughest time they've had in a very long time, providing paid work opportunities and giving them training that was badly needed, and supporting and celebrating their work through the KPMG Children's Books Ireland Awards.
What do they help you achieve?
All of these partnerships help us to achieve our vision, which is every child a reader, and that's something that we share with all of our partners. We want every child in the island of Ireland to be able to see themselves as a reader, to see their reality reflected in a book, and to be able to reap all the benefits that reading brings to them. Thank you so much to everyone at Business to Arts, to the judges, and to all our brilliant, brilliant partners. We are so thrilled to accept this award.
Congratulations to Children's Books Ireland, whose programmes and partnerships have helped to bring literature, creativity and a love of reading to hundreds of thousands of children and their families over the last year. What an absolutely impressive list of achievements they have had. And congratulations to each of the shortlisted organisations in this category who receive €1,000 to progress their development objectives. Congratulations once again to all of our winners, and you'll be able to read about them because in conjunction with our media partners, the Irish Times, a range of articles will feature in the newspaper and online at irishtimes.com. And you'll be able to see the first of those articles in this Friday's Irish Times business pages. We also acknowledge the achievements of all who were nominated for these awards. Every organisation that was shortlisted is now highly commended and will receive a commemorative scroll from Business to Arts. I'm now delighted to invite Andrew Hetherington, Chief Executive of Business to Arts, to say a few words.
Thank you, Dearbhail. We are privileged to be here in the GPO recording this year's Business to Arts Awards, which have so many additional layers of significance. We received 114 nominations, and the shortlist featured are among the most dynamic and agile partnerships that we have ever seen. I know that getting any arts partnership to completion in the last 12 months has been so difficult, and that is part of why it is important that Business to Arts celebrates your successes, we share your good news stories, and we recognise how the arts have helped everyone throughout the last year. This year's shortlist have achieved so much in the most complex of circumstances. Now, there are differing opinions about what is deserving of corporate sponsorship, social responsibility and patronage, but now is a vital time to support the arts. You will know that festivals, venues, museums and the performing arts are in need of your support. So to the many leaders watching, you are already investing in the arts. You are champions of the arts. And if you notice a company in your network that does not support the arts, ask them to make contact with a local artist, arts organisation, or with Business to Arts to see how they can get involved. Now finally for me, these awards are about partnership. They are about people working together to achieve great things. So on that note, I would like to mention our supporters that have helped to make the 2021 awards happen. My special thanks to An Post and GPO Witnessed History for hosting us in these beautiful buildings, and to Accenture, Arthur Cox, the Arts Council, DAA, ESB Group, Irish Life, the Irish Times, Tilestyle, and everyone else that have been involved in making this year's ceremony happen.
And that's it for this year. I know you'll agree that it has been an absolute privilege to see the wonderful projects that have made such a positive impact on our lives during the pandemic. Thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you, hopefully in person, next year. For now, we leave you with another great performance from the Irish Defence Forces Army No. 1 Band. Thank you for watching.